Hey everyone, this is Devin Frank with Daily Fantasy Solutions. Just wanted to take a second once again to show you how easy it is to use our premium content. Today we're going to take a look at our MLB cheat sheet again. So if you go to our website, dailyfantasysolutions.com, you can see our content at the top. You can also check recent posts, premium content. It's very easy to find. So today if we go to our cheat sheet, already here, first thing you're going to see is our paywall here. You'll notice right away, read now, pay later. This is our paywall, which we really like, that allows you to essentially try it before you buy it. You don't have to send us a dime until you've purchased $5 worth of cheat sheets. So it's really cool because you can try our cheat sheets or any of our premium content up to 10 times before you ever send us any money. So it's a great way to get a feel for it, see if it's for you. If you're struggling with it, I highly suggest going back watching these videos. The two previous videos I posted are all about making cash lineups utilizing the cheat sheet. Today we're just going to go over what all you're looking at on the cheat sheet and how to utilize it for both cash and GPP. So once you've purchased your cheat sheet, you will be looking at this. As you can see right away, 2019 stats. We point out the importance of weather as well as a link you can click to see. Check on today's weather. And also any player not listed on the cheat sheet, you can check out their stats here. It doesn't mean they're not in play, it just simply means they're not looking at a ton of ownership. Continuing down, we've got our key here. Green, just lower price, higher stats. Red, higher price, lower stats. Our ranking, we'll see in a minute, is based on stats and Vegas team total. IP equals inning pitched. Vegas is exactly that, your team implied totals. Projected ownership is again exactly that. Very, very important to note, the cheat sheet will be updated 15 to 30 minutes before lock. That's important because that gives you a more accurate cheat sheet with the ownership being more accurate, as well as making sure that all players listed are indeed playing. So first thing you notice, you got pitcher right here. Click here and we can enlarge it. We've got all of our player data, including pricing for both sites, pitcher name, team, his handedness. It's very important to note this data here. Very cool thing is that we're not just taking his generic data, we're taking his data based on this opponent's final lineup. So if Toronto rolls out 7 righties and Sale strikes out righties at a slightly lower clip, then this player K percentage is going to reflect that exact opponent lineup. And at the same time, all this opponent data here is going to be, once we post the final cheat sheet, it's going to be based on the exact lineup this team rolls out. So if, say, the Cardinals roll out a team of rookies, a lot of backups, it's going to reflect here. You'll probably see these numbers drop. You'll probably see this go up. So that's really cool because most people are just going to give you the generic K percent or generic stats. We're going to give it based entirely on the opponent's actual final lineup. Again, another reason to check back to see the final cheat sheet because these will change. These will change as well. Continuing on, we've got projected ownership. This is exactly what you think. This is also very relevant in cash games. And as a matter of fact, when I'm building a cash lineup using this cheat sheet, this is the first thing I'm looking at. I'm trying to jam in my high-owned chalk guys. Again, I keep mentioning it. You're going to want to check back for the final one because these will change as well. As lineups come out, ownership projections change. Based on the lineups that come out, you might see some big-time players get rested. That might drop the Vegas totals. That's going to change ownership and whatnot. This last column here is style. This simply is our suggestions for how to play them. So these guys are relevant for cash games and GPP. A player here, I would say GPP only. Value is exactly that. It's a value that you can use in cash or GPP, and punt is exactly that. It's a punt. So right down here, you've got Austin Pruitt, 4K. You could absolutely punt that spot, even in cash games, and open up a ton of salary for your bets. Moving on, we'll go back and look here. If we continue on, you can see we've got every position here. And the hitter data obviously is a little bit different. So we'll go ahead and take a look at outfield here. Again, you can see just like pitcher, we've got our player data here. Here's your pricing. Your position on FanDuel and DraftKings can be different. DraftKings does the multi-positioning, so you might see, outfield first, or sometimes you'll even see a guy completely different position than what he is on FanDuel. That's why we have these listed. Again, here's your player, his team. This is this player's team's Vegas total. So Houston has a Vegas total of 7.74, super high. Again, this will be updated with the final cheat sheet. Order is exactly that. That's where they're batting in the order. We have it set to highlight anybody batting in the top 5 because that's more ideal than 6, 7, or 8, or 9. Though that doesn't mean you have to fade them just because they're batting below that. That's just usually you want to target guys batting higher in the order. Again, we've got the hitter's handedness and the pitcher's handedness here. Your opponent, and then this is all the player data. This player data is based on the opponent's handedness. So Schwarber, for instance, facing a righty, he's going to have a lot more power than if he was facing a lefty. A guy like Springer, he's got solid numbers against both, but if this was a lefty, this would be even higher. Same thing here, Chu. That's why that's really important. Or like a Tyler O'Neill down here. If this was a lefty, this would be higher. So that's the importance of basing the stats on the handedness of the opponent. This rank right here is 100% based on the player stats, the hitter stats, and the opposing pitcher stats. It also factors in Vegas implied totals. So it's just a quick way to see if a guy's in a good spot. So obviously Brantley here, not a surprise, huge total, decent stats. So not surprised at all that he's ranked high. Castellanos, another one, solid stats, over 5 total. So that's going to reflect here. It is important to keep in mind sample size. A guy like Tyler O'Neill even has a very small sample size on the season, so he's probably a better hitter than this 147 ISO showing, but because it's such a limited sample size, that's what it's going to show here. Also keep in mind with the ranking, if a player doesn't have a big enough sample size at all, he'll get a 0, which will pull down his rank, as well as the starting pitcher. If the starting pitcher is debuting, then that's going to pull down that player's rank as well. So just something to keep in mind. And last column here, projected ownership. Like we already talked about, same thing with the pitcher. For my cash games, I want to jam in my high-owned bats. So right off the bat here, I can see Tyler O'Neill is going to be a popular punt on FanDuel because he's dirt cheap. Ohtani is too cheap. You can see he's $1,400 cheaper than he is on DraftKings. Fantastic stats, huge total. That's why he's projected high. And again, you're going to want to check back. These are going to change. But that's essentially what you're trying to do for cash games, is just jam in all these guys. And same thing as we talked about with pitcher. Here's your style. These guys are cash and GPP relevant. These guys GPP only, punt, etc., etc. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on Twitter, or you can hit myself up at dfrank88. We will gladly answer any and all questions. If you want core plays, if you want to talk with me, you want to talk with the team, and VIPs for you, just head over to dailyfantasysolutions.com, click on VIP. You'll see all our pricing options. It's only $24.99 a month. We do offer day and week options as well, which is all right here. Simply come to that page, click buy now, or you can subscribe, which will do auto renew, which is the easiest way to do it. And then you don't have to worry about paying every week or every month. It'll do it automatically. Thank you.